Never tell people what you do. Let your results speak for you. This is the secret of the greatest minds in history. Those who transformed dreams into empires, who built wealth not just in their bank accounts but in their legacies. Inspired by Napoleon Hill's timeless wisdom, this guide is your blueprint to creating a life of purpose, abundance, and impact. It's not about boasting or broadcasting your plans. It's about crafting a mindset that turns vision into reality. Hill's teachings, rooted in decades of studying the world's most successful individuals, show us that wealth begins in the mind. Every thought you nurture, every action you take, every decision you make, shapes your future. This journey is practical, actionable, and deeply motivating. Each principle comes with a call to action, a step you can take today to move closer to your goals. Are you ready to stop talking and start doing? Let's begin. Napoleon Hill taught us that desire is the starting point of all achievement, but desire is fragile, like a flame in the wind. When you share your plans too early, you expose them to doubt, criticism, or envy. Hill called this the principle of definiteness of purpose. The most successful people, think Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, kept their visions close, sharing them only with those who could help them grow. Why? Because talking about your goals can trick your brain into feeling like you've already achieved them, draining your motivation. Worse, unsolicited opinions can plant seeds of doubt that choke your ambition. Silence isn't about secrecy, it's about strategy. Protect your dreams like a gardener protects a seedling, giving it time to take root before the world's scrutiny. Imagine you're planning to start a business. You tell everyone at a party, and someone scoffs. That's a crowded market. Their words linger, and suddenly your confidence wavers. Now imagine you'd kept it private, working quietly until your first product launched. The results would speak louder than any skeptic's voice. Hill's research showed that those who achieved greatness shared their plans selectively, with mentors or allies who'd already walked the path. This isn't about isolation. It's about intention. Choose who gets to hear your vision and let your progress do the talking. Take a moment now. What's one goal you've been sharing too freely? Maybe it's a career change, a fitness journey, or a creative project. Write it down in a private journal or a note on your phone. For the next 30 days, commit to keeping it sacred. Share it only with someone who's achieved what you're chasing. A mentor, a coach, or a trusted friend who's walked the walk. If you don't have that person yet, let your actions be your confidant. Start a daily habit that moves you closer to your goal, like researching your industry for 15 minutes or sketching your project's outline. Track your progress privately, and notice how your focus sharpens when you stop seeking external validation. Silence is your shield. Wield it wisely. Your mind is your greatest asset or your worst enemy. Hill's most famous principle is simple yet profound. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Wealth, success, happiness, they all begin with thoughts. If you dwell on lack, you'll attract scarcity. If you focus on opportunity, you'll find abundance. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality, shaping your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Hill's philosophy draws from the power of the subconscious mind, which absorbs what you feed it most. Negative self-talk, comparison, or fear act like weeds, choking your potential. Positive, deliberate thoughts, reinforced through visualization, affirmations, and focus, build a foundation for success. Modern science backs this. Repetitive thoughts strengthen neural pathways, making your goals feel not just possible but inevitable. Hill understood this long before brain scans, studying how titans like Ford programmed their minds for victory. Consider this. If you wake up telling yourself, "I'll never succeed," your actions will reflect that belief. But if you start your day visualizing your goal as already achieved, your confidence shifts in your choices. Align with progress. Mastering your mind isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing what to focus on. Doubt will come, but you can train your mind to pivot toward possibility. Create a morning ritual to shape your thoughts. Spend minutes visualizing your goal as if it's real. Picture the details. the office of your dream business, the crowd cheering at your keynote, the balance in your bank account. Feel the emotions, pride, joy, security. Then write one affirmation that anchors your belief like, I am capable of creating limitless opportunities. Repeat it daily out loud until it drowns out doubt. If visualization feels strange, start small. Imagine one moment of success like shaking hands with your first client. Pair this with a physical action like writing down one step you'll take today toward your goal. Maybe it's emailing a potential mentor or signing up for a course. Do this every morning for a week, and notice how your mindset shifts. Your mind is a garden. Tend it with intention, and watch abundance grow. Dreams without action are just wishes. Hill's principle of persistent effort reminds us that success is built through consistent, purposeful steps. You don't need to know every detail of the path, just the next move. The empire you envision starts with one action today, no matter how small. Hill studied over 500 successful individuals and found they shared one trait. They were relentless doers. Edison didn't wait for the perfect filament. He tested thousands. Ford didn't wait for a factory. He built his first car in a shed. Action creates clarity, reveals opportunities, and builds confidence. Inaction breeds doubt and stagnation. The key is to break your goal into tiny, manageable steps and take one daily. If you want to write a book, start with 100 words today. If you're launching a business, research one aspect of your market this afternoon. Small actions compound, creating momentum that carries you forward. Hill's advice is practical. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Every step, however modest, is a brick in your foundation. Identify one skill or action critical to your goal. Maybe it's learning basic accounting for your startup, researching competitors, or practicing public speaking. Commit to 15 minutes daily for the next week. Use free resources, YouTube tutorials, library books, online courses like Coursera. Track your progress in a journal, noting what you learned and how it feels to move forward. If you miss a day, don't dwell. Just pick up where you left off. For example, if your goal is fitness, spend 15 minutes learning about nutrition or doing a beginner workout. If it's a creative project, sketch one idea or write one paragraph. The point is to act consistently, letting each step build on the last. After a week, review your journal. You'll see how small efforts add up, turning dreams into tangible progress. Action is the bridge between vision and reality. Cross it daily. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Hill's mastermind principle is a call to surround yourself with winners, those who inspire, challenge, and elevate you. Seek mentors who've walked your path, peers who share your hunger, and allies who hold you accountable. Avoid naysayers, cynics, or energy vampires who dim your light. Your circle shapes your destiny. Hill observed that no one succeeds alone. Carnegie had advisors, Ford had engineers, Edison had collaborators. A mastermind group isn't just a network. It's a brain trust that amplifies your ideas, resources, and resilience. Today, this could be a mentor you email, an online community on Slack, or a local meetup. The key is intentionality. Choose people who align with your values and vision. Think about your current circle. Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? If someone constantly dismisses your goals, their influence is a weight you don't need. Instead, seek out those who've achieved what you want or are striving for it. Their energy is contagious. Their insights invaluable. Find one person who's accomplished your goal. A local business owner, an online creator, an industry leader. Reach out with a specific, respectful question, like, what's one strategy that helped you overcome early challenges? Keep it concise, show gratitude, and apply their advice. If you can't find someone yet, join an online community related to your goal. A Reddit thread, a LinkedIn group, a Discord server. Engage actively, ask questions, and share insights. For example, if you're starting a podcast, join a podcasting forum and ask, what's the best beginner microphone? Apply what you learn and follow up with those who helped you. Do this once a week for a month and watch your network grow. Your mastermind doesn't need to be formal. just intentional. Over time, your circle will become a catalyst for success, lifting you higher than you could go alone. Every failure carries the seed of an equivalent benefit. Hill believed that setbacks aren't the end. They're teachers. The most successful people fail the most because they try the most. Rejection refines your approach, sharpens your skills, and tests your resolve. Reframe failure as feedback and let it fuel your next step. Hill's study of failures, like Edison's thousands of unsuccessful experiments, showed that resilience separates dreamers from achievers. Failure exposes weaknesses, whether it's a flawed strategy, a skill gap, or a mindset block. Modern psychology supports this, a growth mindset, where you view challenges as opportunities to learn, predicts long-term success. Hill's advice is to analyze setbacks objectively, extract lessons, and act immediately. Think of a time you failed, a rejected job application, a botched presentation, a project that fizzled. Instead of dwelling on the sting, ask, what did this teach me? Maybe your resume needed more specificity, or your pitch lacked data. Then act on that lesson. Hill's subjects didn't sulk. They adjusted and tried again. Consider a rejected business pitch. The feedback might be, your numbers weren't clear. The action is to study financial modeling and revise your deck. Apply this now. Reflect on a recent setback. Write down one lesson it taught you and one specific action you'll take to address it. For example, if you struggled in a job interview, your lesson might be, I didn't prepare enough examples. Your action could be practicing 3-star method responses: situation, task, action, result. Do it within 48 hours to build momentum. If your setback was personal, like a missed fitness goal, your lesson might be, I overcommitted. Your action could be scheduling 3 20-minute workouts this week. Track the outcome in your journal, noting how acting on feedback feels. Empowering. Failure isn't your enemy, it's your guide. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving. You're rewarded in proportion to the value you provide. Hill's law of compensation is a universal truth. Want more success? Give more. Solve problems, create solutions, serve others generously. The world repays those who deliver exceptional value without expecting immediate return. This principle is rooted in reciprocity, observed by Hill across industries. Those who go beyond, mentoring, innovating, exceeding expectations, build trust, loyalty, and opportunity. Value isn't just money, it's impact. In today's world, this could mean sharing free content, helping a colleague, or solving a customer's pain point. Hill's challenge is to give without keeping score, trusting that rewards will follow. Think about your skills. What can you offer that makes someone's life better? If you're a designer, create a free template for a small business. If you're a writer, share a blog post that solves a common problem. If you're in sales, give a client an extra tip to boost their results. These acts of generosity create ripples, new connections, referrals, or unexpected opportunities. Identify one way to add value today. It could be teaching a skill, sharing a resource, or solving a small problem for someone in your network. Do it without expecting anything back. For example, if you're a coder, help a friend debug their project. If you're a fitness buff, share a quick workout plan with a beginner. Track these acts in your journal, noting any outcomes over the next month. Maybe that friend refers you to a client, or that beginner becomes your accountability partner. The point isn't to predict the return, it's to act with abundance. Do this weekly and watch how your generosity transforms your relationships and opportunities. Giving is the seed. Success is the harvest. Your energy is your most precious currency. Hill's principle of autosuggestion teaches that what you feed your mind shapes your reality. Protect your focus from distractions, negativity, and drama. Choose what deserves your attention and guard it fiercely. A disciplined mind is a powerful mind. Hill understood that external noise, criticism, media, toxic relationships can derail your progress. Autosuggestion is about programming your subconscious with positive, intentional thoughts. Today, this means curating your environment. Unfollow accounts that trigger comparison, limit news consumption, distance yourself from energy-draining people. Energy management is self-mastery, and self-mastery is the key to wealth. Think about your daily habits. How much time do you spend scrolling mindlessly, arguing online, or worrying about things you can't control? Each minute spent there is energy stolen from your goals. Now imagine redirecting that energy to learning, creating, or connecting. The difference is transformative. For one day, eliminate one distraction: social media, a negative friend, a habit like binge watching. Replace it with 30 minutes of focused work on your goal. If you're building a business, use that time to draft a marketing plan. If you're pursuing fitness, do a workout or research nutrition. Track how this shift feels in your journal. Did you feel clearer, more productive? Do this daily for a week, and notice how protecting your energy boosts your momentum. If distractions creep back, set boundaries. Mute notifications, schedule focus blocks, or politely decline draining commitments. Your energy is finite. Spend it on what moves you forward. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. Hill's compound effect teaches that small, consistent actions multiply over time. One email, one skill, one connection today could transform your life in a year. Trust the process, embrace patience, and never stop growing. Just as a penny doubled daily becomes millions in a month, consistent effort builds unstoppable momentum. Hill's subjects, Rockefeller, Ford, Carnegie, didn't chase quick wins. They played the long game. Today, this means setting milestones, celebrating small victories, and staying adaptable. Patience isn't passive, it's persistent. Think about your goal. Where do you want to be in a year? Now break that into smaller steps. If you want to launch a startup, your steps might be researching the market, building a prototype, and testing with customers. If it's personal growth, it could be reading one book a month, journaling daily, and attending a workshop. The key is consistency, not intensity. Create a 90-day plan for your goal. Break it into 3 monthly milestones, each with specific actions. For example, if your goal is a side hustle, month 1 might be research market, month 2 build prototype, month 3 test with customers. Write these in your journal and review weekly. Adjust as needed, but focus on progress, not perfection. If you're learning a skill, commit to 15 minutes daily. Say, practicing coding or writing. After 90 days, review your plan. What worked? What didn't? Celebrate your wins no matter how small and set the next 90-day plan. This cycle of planning, acting, and reviewing turns dreams into reality. Consistency is your superpower. Use it relentlessly. Never tell people what you do. Let your life tell the story. Your results are your loudest voice. Every choice, every action, every sacrifice builds a legacy that speaks louder than words. Hill's principles are a blueprint for transformation. Your wealth, your success, your impact, they all start with the thoughts you choose today. Hill's core message is empowerment. You control your destiny. By aligning your thoughts, actions, and environment, you create a life that reflects your highest potential. Results don't lie. They're proof of your commitment. Whether it's a thriving business, a healthier body, or stronger relationships, your life becomes your message. Hill's challenge is to live so intentionally that your success inspires others to rise. Reflect on your journey. What's one result, big or small, that proves you're on the right path? Maybe it's a skill you've learned, a connection you've made, or a habit you've built. Celebrate it. Then choose one action to take today that moves you closer to your next milestone. If you're writing a book, write 200 words. If you're growing a brand, post one piece of content. Track this in your journal, and let your progress be your proclamation. Your life is your canvas. Paint it boldly. The world doesn't need your words. It needs your work. Build your vision in silence, master your mind, act with purpose, and let your results roar. Napoleon Hill's wisdom is your map, but the journey is yours. Take one step today. The universe is watching. Inspired by Think and Grow Rich, this is your call to action. Start now. What's your next step? You are the master of your fate. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. The ladder of success is never crowded at the top. This is for dreamers who do. Keep going. Your legacy awaits.